My Sunka is the Shan equivalent of hello, how are you, that we might say in the United States. I'm Bernice Johnson. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, one of the coldest places in the universe. I think it's colder than Barrow, Alaska right now. It has not been this cold in Minnesota for 32 years. So I'm very happy to be here in sunny Thailand, following my dreams. In that very cold state of Minnesota, we started, my young friend Josh Klechka and I started a charity, a 501c3 charity, to help the Shan refugees that I started working with in 2002. Any contributions, if you're a U.S. citizen, any donations that you make to the charity are tax deductible. But let me tell you what it's about, why we are doing it. 12 years ago, I started working with a group called Shan Youth Power, a group of young people from the Shan ethnic group in Burma who wanted to help others. It developed into a group that now has schools for the little migrant children, the children of Shan parents who live in construction camps and agricultural camps. And together with Neo Ong and other young people from the group Shan Youth Power,
we started providing scholarship to Shan migrant children since 2007 with the support of teacher Bernice Johnson, who is our former teacher. After a few years with the support of AJWS, American Jewish World Service, we can support more scholarship we can provide more scholarship to migrant children. And it has been really effective support that helps migrant children to continue their secondary school. After that, teacher Bernice is the only main donors that support for scholarship programs, and AJWS is focused on migrant school activities.
Programs to give scholarships to the children because the parents work very hard for very low pay, and it's difficult for them to send their children to school. So we give scholarships that range from 1,000 baht, that's about $33 US, for an entire year. That's for the small children. The older children get $300 per year. The parents are very low paid, as seems to be the case with migrant workers around the world. And it's difficult for them to send their children to school. And transportation is expensive for them, very difficult for the parents to pay for it. Some of the parents make as little as $100 and sometimes even less per month. So if you're sending a child to school or 3 children, it becomes nearly impossible. But those scholarship is for an entire year, so it's very inexpensive. The older children get varying scholarships depending upon need, and they go as high as $300 per year.
And now what we see is most of our students, they are learning at high school, some are learning at first and second years of the vocational college. Every year we increase the amount of scholarship students, and at the same time we increase the amount of money to fill the need of the student who attending high school and secondary school.
Often people will say, well, I'd like to get involved, but I don't know how, and how can I help? You can help by enabling a migrant worker's child to go to school. And it doesn't, if there are workers from other groups, ethnic groups in the camp, they too get the scholarships, of course, and they get the same privileges as the Shan. It's just that the Shan usually happen to be in one group. So it might be, and I started with the Shan, so it might be mostly Shan who get them, but if other workers are there, they get them also.
So what we can see is this has been a really positive sign for the student that we want them to have higher education. Actually, we want to provide scholarship to every migrant child, but according to the limited funding, we try our best to support the students who are currently attending at high school and who are from the family that has very low incomes, and students that are struggling for the education opportunities. From now, we try harder to reach to the student who really need it and to be the most benefit for their education and their life.
And I can tell you how very rewarding it is. It has been so much fun for me to see children, or what were young children when they got their first 1,000-baht scholarships, grow into young adults who are now helping their people. And these children who started here with 1,000 baht and perhaps got 8,000 baht at the most as they became older and traveled farther, are now teaching in the camps where they grew up. It's very rewarding for me, it's rewarding for them and for their parents. I encourage you to get involved.